Hey, what's up, guys? It is your boy, DeBoy here. Gonna do a little video on Town Hall 9 3-star attacks. I'm gonna take them straight from the scrimmage this past weekend from in between ClashHeads T7 and GoHype Masters. It was a scrimmage I thought would be pretty good, but GoHype Masters really didn't back up their game, and ClashHeads came out strong. So let's go ahead and take a look. It was ended up 104.91. ClashHeads being one short of full, and GoHype Masters just falling a little short there. But still, a lot of good attacks in this war, and I want to show some off. So the first one that I'm gonna show off is a little attack from Cruel Alias on Alex Chance. Now, one of the keys that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to bring up my epic pen so I can start drawing on these attacks, is the one thing that you're going to see is that players are creating what I'm going to call wedges. So on this initial attack, you've got the golem coming in from the top left. Wall breakers come up a little short here, but it's okay. He can still salvage this. He drops the king down. He had the wizards clear out the garbage buildings, and unfortunately they're going to soak some damage too. So he loses a lot of his little main force there based on some bad play, but still gets the job done here. You can see he's got king queen coming in. He got the CC troops pulled out. He's kind of tried to delay just a little bit for the queen's troops to get there. Blasts them with the lightning, and trying to get the anti-air and the queen, and he ended up doing it both with the both heroes. So I'm gonna pause it right here. So this is the first stage of the attack, right? He dropped the golem, a little mini goey attack, but what he's doing is he's creating a wedge in this base. He's sectioning off this base, and if you see, this whole portion of the base that I've sectioned out here, that's gone. This is dead zone for loons. Loons don't need to go here because there's nothing here for loons to go towards, right? So what he's essentially done with this first part of his attack is he's come in from the top left side, used a jump spell and a lightning spell in the first part of the attack, and he's targeted down one anti-air and the queen and the CC, those three things. Now, if he doesn't get the queen, it's not the end of the world. A lot of these attacks, believe it or not, the queen, it's hit or miss if you actually need her. She does take down loons, but the way that you can drop the lava hounds, you can have her target the lava hounds, and usually by the way that things die, you can usually kill her. So the main portion, the main part to look at here in this first wave is they've sectioned off the base. So once you get this section, you can either come this way and around, or you can come this way and around. Either way, your loons are going to be following your tanks, and your tanks are going to be frontlining and soaking up the damage, tanks being the lava hounds. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he does now. Drops these, he drops the hounds first. Some people will hold on to a couple hounds, maybe one for the last part, but you can see all the defenses right now are on the hounds. The queen actually pops off the other anti-air there, which is really nice. He's going to drop his last two rage spells to get his loons going, and try to go help these lava hounds in the middle here. And as they come over here, he's going to go ahead and drop more loons down to supply damage. So it's really not just dropping your load of DPS and hoping for the best kind of logic. In these attacks, it's sectioning off the base with that first part of the attack, creating a wedge, and then following that wedge around. And as we can just watch the cleanup here, Cruel Alias with a really nice attack. Has plenty of loons left. He's got plenty of little pups left, and is really just going to be able to clean up this base pretty nicely. So, again, using that first part of the attack, create the wedge, You know, using the wizards to kill the outside garbage buildings and then come in on these defenses. Kill the CC troops, which is really important. Got to get one of those anti-airs, and the queen if you can on that first attack with that GoHype. So you can see in his CC he had a hound, a lava hound. He's bringing 4 tanks. That's 150 of 250 at Town Hall 9 when you include the CC. 150 of 250 he's using to tank. The rest is, you know, filler damage. He's got the loons. He's got a little bit on his little GoHype attack, and the hero levels definitely kick in. So I'm going to do another view of another attack, this time by Arsenio 777 on Nasteros. And it's a hog attack, and just like before, he's going to drop his 2 golems and try to work on sectioning off this base. Now you'll notice here on this base, double bomb spots, double bomb spots, double bomb spots, double bomb spots. So those are the 4 main concerns for Arsenio. And by dropping his golems, he's picking one side. This is the side with the queen, so he's going to work on getting that queen killed, because when you're running hogs, you want to kill the queen. And this is going to tell him a little bit of information too. This is where you have to play this game a little bit on the fly. I don't think he had any kind of help scouting this base. I may be wrong, but he comes in with his wall breakers, his wizards. He's going to come in here. Wall breakers hit. He's got everything kind of lashed onto these golems. The queen comes out. Now he notices there's no double bombs here. There's no double bombs in this section. So that means 2 of these sections still have double giant bombs. So we'll play the replay. His king kind of goes hayward, but the queen stays locked in here. He delays the lightning a little bit. He probably didn't even need the lightning. It just gets the queen. He probably could have added an extra heal and been just fine. But now you can see what he's doing with these hogs is he's pinpointing a few of the drops with the hogs. He's coming a little bit here, a little bit here. He drops a giant down here to hopefully soak up some damage while his hogs kind of come in from behind. And he notices this, okay? So he notices that the Tesla is not in the middle. It's a little bit off-centered. So this could be a double bomb spot. And this is what he's checking for. And you'll see he's not dropping a whole lot of them and just letting them rip. He's dropping a few at a time. Now, I do want to point out something that I said at the beginning, but I didn't recap. He sections off the base right here. Look at this. This part of the base right here is essentially sectioned off. So where are the hogs going to go? The hogs are going to follow the defense. They're going to come around this way. Okay? And that's really important. Instead of just, you know, coming in and, you know, let's say you're coming in and you're sectioning off just this. Okay? It's still your hogs are going to kind of funnel around, but you have a little bit less of a funnel where you really want them to go, you know, go the distance and kind of follow that path that you've set out for him. So you can see he drops just a few of the hogs. He only loses about 3 on that double giant bomb. This one's more in the middle. He knows that there's no double bombs here. This is the last double bomb spot that there could possibly be. So he's going to get a little bit lucky here. If you'll watch these hogs, instead of both going over the double bombs, he gets a couple of them to come down here, and then only 2 jump back up here. So he only loses 4 of his hogs to the double bomb up there, like 3 down there. The defenses are on the last bit of the golem, then they switch to the queen, and the hogs just come around at the end and pick off the last defense. So at this point, it's cleanup work and another really good attack where, you know, the first wave of the attack has an objective: section off the base, kill the queen, kill the CC. You know, those 3 things. If you're running loons, you want to section off the base, you want to try to get one of those anti-airs, super important, and then also kill the queen, kill the CC. So really good attack by Arsenio to pick that base apart. Even with the double bomb spots, he was able to deploy his hogs in such a way where he's not just dropping them all, letting them fly. He's trying to drop a few, just enough to kill some of the defenses, and then trip the double bombs and not lose his entire raid. So really good attack there. Now, the one thing that, you know, a lot of people will say, well, you know, gosh, my hero levels are trash. There's no way that my heroes are going to be able to do that much work, and that's true. If you don't have the hero level support, you're gonna have a bad time. But one of the players for GoHype Masters, Uchkin, had a very good set of attacks. You can see he's got 2 3-stars here, and I think it's really worth pointing out his attack because I think he does a great job of utilizing what his strengths are and what his weaknesses are. So let's take a look at Uchkin's attack here, and you can see you got level 25, level 30 heroes. Uchkin's only bringing 15 combined, a 9 and a 6. That is low. This base is loaded. It is, you know, the main pieces are maxed. You got the Wizard Tower max, the anti-air maxed. The bows are a little bit underleveled. The Archer Tower is a little underleveled, but he's got the main components here. He's got things spaced out pretty well. This is really, if you look at it face value, how is this army going to be able to get a 3-star on this base? And I'm going to show you because it's brilliant. It really is. So what he does is he uses a first wave. He had 26 to begin with. He has 16. So he uses one spell, one of his CC Lava Hound, and his loon, 10 loons, as like a first wave attack, because he can't rely on his damage of his heroes. He's relying on his loons and his lava hounds. So before we do anything here, look at this. Look at this. He just sectioned off the base. He created his wedge. He pulled the CC. He got the CC out, and now he's got to work on clearing the CC, and then working with this edge that he created. So let's take a look as we continue. So he's going to drop his Archer Queen over here. When the CC troops get close, he's going to drop his king, pop the queen, and just like that, he's going to utilize his kind of bad heroes over here and take down the entire CC. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is look at how he drops his hounds. He drops his hounds here. They're going to run right across the face of the defenses, and then he's going to drop his loons here. So his tanks are taking the damage. He's dropping his loons out behind. And again, he's dropping his hounds in such a way that they're tanking most of the damage. The loons can just come in here unhithered. And you can see as they just kind of pour right across his base, he loses his first one right there. And look at all these loons. Now they start clumping up a little bit. He's going to drop his final rage spell, trying to get to that last anti-air. He's got a few loons that he dropped there. And the queen is down with some of the pups. And at this point, he's just beating the base. Just flat out, just crushed it. Look at how many loons he's got left. He's got so many little pups left, too. Just an amazing attack with underleveled heroes going against, 55 leveled heroes. So 30-25 versus 9-6. And just simply demolishes the space. And he's still got his Archer Queen down there. So, utilizing what he has, he knows that, he can't go hero to hero. He can't take out the Queen. So, maybe he relies on a little bit of luck with the puffs, but really, he does a great job of making sure that he creates a wedge, he gets rid of that CC, and then he makes sure when he drops his hounds, they're tanking the damage. His loons are going to be able to come in from behind and make sure they clean up the defenses. So because I think that's such a great attack, and I'm going to call it the Dynamite Laloon, because it's such a dynamite attack for having such under-leveled heroes. And again, I'm going to show you another replay where he does the same thing. So he started with 26. This time he only uses 8 in his first wave. And he's coming in here. He's going to use one rage spell, has his tank tanking the damage. His loons are just going to come in and do some work. His little pups are going to go. They're going to pop some of the traps. And again, when first wave is done, he's already created his wedge. Boom, bam. We've got this wedge. We pulled the CC. Now we can clear the CC, and we can either come around the base this way, or we can either come around the base this way. So really great job of just creating that wedge first wave, keeping enough of his other troops alive, and he's ready to go. So he drops the king, he drops the queen, pops both abilities, clears that CC, and then we don't even care. We don't even care. We're gonna drop this. Notice he drops it right here. He's got everything attacking this one piece. His loons are coming in unhithered. Look at that. Drop that raid spell. He's going to drop a raid spell right up there. He drops the other two right here, tanking them more of the damage. He's got loons coming in. He drops both raid spells. Gets everything moving towards the middle, getting everything around this way. He's got his, he's going to have some hound support as soon as that drops. He's doing raid spells to get everything over just a little bit quicker. He even gets a little bit unlucky here. He doesn't get any of these loons to go up towards this anti-air. He gets none. They take the long way to the anti-air. He's still got an expo pointed up at the air, shooting at these loons. He doesn't get these ones to support, but still he manages to just make it work. I love the little loon popping out. I hate the loon and the CC, and that's why. Waste of 5 space. And at this point, it's just cleanup. So again, taking down a base with a level 9 bar king, a level 6 archer queen, and just doing a few basic things, creating wedges, getting rid of one of the anti-airs, pulling that CC. You know, if you can, you know, kill the queen. But this attack, this Dynamite Laloon attack, where he creates the wedge, he gets around, uses his under level heroes to kill the CC, and then he makes sure that the defenses are on the hounds, because once the hounds break up, he's going to get those pups, hopefully kill the queen, and really just let the loons run across the base. You know, he doesn't rush his spells. The spells are coming in to make sure that they get those loons to go towards that second layer, and then continue rolling past that second layer to continue with the damage, and it just works out really well. So things to take away from this video: the Town Hall 9 3-stars. It's not. We're not looking for, you know, just drop on a face anymore. We don't drop on a face and just let them rip. Okay, we have to create wedges, and once we create that wedge, you know, we're coming around the base. We're coming clockwise, counterclockwise, letting our hounds tank damage, letting our loons come in from behind and do what they do best, and really just bringing more tanks. I mean, all of the attacks that I showed you had at least 4 tanks. You know, whether it was 1 golem, 3 hounds, or in some case, or in one case, 1 golem, 4 hounds, or if it was 4 hounds. The only attack that didn't have more was the 2 golem attack to do with the hogs that Arsenio did. So I think there's some valuable stuff here. Again, it was a really fun war to watch. I streamed a little bit of it. It was a great war to be around, and really produce some great attacks that I think everybody can really learn from and improve their game. I know I've got some ideas that I'm going to take into my war to help improve my game as well. So I hope you found this video informative. Good luck in your Town Hall 9 attacks, and keep getting stars in wars. Take it easy.